My name is Martin Klaassen, and welcome to the interview sessions by the virtual lighting design community. My next guest is very active in the smart building industry, Mr. Jacques Khouri. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Jacques, I would like to start off by giving you the opportunity to introduce yourself. Who is Jacques Khouri? What is he involved with? I know you're doing a lot of things, so it could be interesting.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm keeping myself busy. So thank you for hosting me in this event. Very interesting. I'm Dr. Jacques Khouri. I'm based in Switzerland. I'm a subject matter expert in digital twins, BIM, Industry 4.0, digitalization. I started my career in creating a new radar system for the military with the NOAA in Hawaii.
Wow.
And we're not having really some surfing.
It's a big contrast, Switzerland and Hawaii.
And then after that, I joined the railway industry to develop software and solution that uses the machine learning and artificial intelligence. Following that, I went into the construction industry, where I joined Bentley Systems. I was the representative in the region, and also after that, I had the chance to be working with DAR Group, which is the fifth worldwide in the consultancy of engineering, and then led the project of creating digital twin for Dubai International Airport. So we converted mostly like 1 million square meter of the entire airport itself. It was like chunks, and we had that during the COVID period. Now from all this work, with the team I was working with in France also, we created 7 patents in the technology industry, and then after that created my own book and also did some publications. Today I'm an independent consultant working on my own, I would say, project here for project there, supporting whoever wants the democratization of the digital twins. So I'm very happy to be hosted in this event where we can join forces between the lighting industry or buildings and digital twins, so that we can have a bridge, so that we can possibly take advantage of this sensing system.
So tell me a bit about your involvement. Tomorrow I think you're presenting. Tell me a bit about the subject and how that possibly also links up with lighting.
So if we are dealing with the building itself, we have to slice the phase of the construction of a building. So we are starting with the conceptual design, detailed design, then reaching the construction itself, operation maintenance, and then doing the predictive maintenance till the demolition itself. In every single phase of these different projects, we wanted to reduce the losses of life, we wanted to optimize the budget, we want to optimize the construction sequences and the time for doing this construction. We wanted to do what-if scenarios so many times. We wanted to have people collaborating and cooperating between each other so that no clashes will appear on site, or at least small clashes, I would say, reduced ones. And we wanted to, most of all, have a view of this data from our offices while sitting during COVID period or no COVID period. We wanted to be able to use that data anytime, anywhere, with whoever they want. So this is where the technology of BIM entered, and then followed up with the digital twin. So BIM is, we're creating a model, and then we're putting information in this model. It can be 2D, it can be 3D, and then depending on metadata that you put inside, it becomes more rich or less rich. But it is not a digital twin yet. Once we take this BIM model, then we start putting in it the digital twin information, which is connecting all the small pieces of the building or the assets to IoT sensing system. Now, where's the cleverness in this? Is that when we are installing the lighting system, we can use them as an IoT. In each of these lighting systems that we are installing them, the power plugs and everything, we can install heat sensors, motion sensors, temperature sensors, and so on, and noise sensors. Depending on all of this information, we can gather data. So you are hitting two birds in one stone. You're getting the light, and at the same time, depending on the IoT, you're reading data, and also if our people not passing, the light can dim in, dim out, etc. So that you can have all this, I would say, orchestra being played in much more harmony and symphony. Once all this is established, these 2 words, and bridging them, you can push them on a dashboard, and then you can start doing the 7th dimension, which is the predictive maintenance. So before it goes into breaking, you are preventing that, because you know what's happening day after a month, so that all this information is nourishing you. Data is, I always say it, is that this is the new currency of the world, and it is very powerful, at the same time it's dangerous. How you use it, how you share it, how you exploit it. So this is where we can bridge the
I think today's lighting point is probably 90% lighting and 10% data, but I think the future will be lighting is only a small part what a lighting point is going to do.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, when we're looking at the assets themselves, like a pump, chiller, or anything, yes, definitely they have sensors inside, noise and vibration. But most of the people who understand this information are mechanicals, electrical, and let's say the specialized people. When we're installing sensors and the lights, this becomes open to the public, and not only the enterprises, I would say, because you are as a building manager or building facility manager, you as a house owner, you would know where your house is consuming more, less, where are people spending more time, less time, then you can start optimizing. This is where we start democratizing digital twin, and it starts entering in each house and not each facility.
Yeah. Well, it brings me to the next question, which I want to push you a bit further on this lighting design and smart things. There are three main themes in this fair. One is innovative lighting design, innovation basically. The other one is the future of sustainability, of sustainable future. And the third one, which is probably the most appropriate towards what you're doing, is seamless integration, right? So I'm very keen to understand the role that a future lighting designer will have to play in that integration part between the smart building and the lighting points. Is that will be sort of the infrastructure to which you're going to connect all these smart
Let me tell you something. When we were working on one of the biggest projects, which was Dubai International Airport, we faced a lot of challenges. One of them was that we were dealing with not thousands, I would say millions of lights and lightings inside the airport. Modeling them was pain. So we had to find out solutions, and we found out. Now the thing is that a designer that is designing the lighting fixtures and everything, from day number one, from the conceptual design phase, he needs to model that in a 3D way. He needs to be able to use that data later, because he wants to redistribute the lightings or something like that. This is, if you want to do that later after the construction has been done, it will cost you so much money that no one will do it in the digitalized way. They just demolish, build back again. Now, if you're moving to the sustainability is that you're doing predictive maintenance. This is where most of the money you're paying there. When you're dealing with that, you want to prevent, you want to be able to monitor what's happening, you want to be predicting what will happen, and you want to be able to prevent issues from happening. All this equation, I would say, will allow you to keep your building lasting longer, so that you pay less money instead of having sudden defects and you cannot fix them. And
sustainability is not only energy saving.
Energy saving is one of them. This definitely. Last but not least, interoperability. You're saying the seamless integration between the software and the different industries. Interoperability, it is what it is on the market. Every single vendor, he wants to grab a piece of the market, he wants to have it for his own. That's why we're trying to make this integration seamless. Interoperability, there are on the market IFC standards and others that allow to make it simpler, the integration, but still it exists, the issues that you cannot get from recap to something else, and etc. So I believe that as long as this interoperability is not mature enough and tying the different industries together, you will always be facing the showstopper into contractors, designers adopting fast this technology, and that's what is happening. So these are the three aspects that are important: sustainability, the integration between the different, and the design also.
I mean, innovation is developing at such a fast pace. I think it's integral in making the future integration work, because if the technology is one of the main supports, really, the innovation.
That's for sure.
Now, I wanted to ask you also about life post-COVID, because we went through a couple of years of pandemic where people changed their way of living, working. Do you see that having a lasting impact in the future? In the smart building industry, in the way people are going to apply their work?
I would say we have two things that are emerging from this, and direct things. First of all, we have more and more, I would say, like areas where people can communicate between each other and collaborate between each other. Because before it did not really exist for this kind of industry. COVID forced people to, because they're staying behind their desks, to start communicating through these platforms. This is where metaverse starting getting in. This is where the lighting, for example, group is started also, so that people can communicate. The second point, which is the most important, but ironically speaking, COVID accelerated the digitalization of the world.
It did, right? Yeah.
So everyone, you cannot go to the site, you can catch COVID. I got it 3 times from the project, for example. You need to find a solution. Go scan the entire site, get the data, and then start doing whatever you want, design, modeling, and so on. You want to install your lighting fixtures and so on. So COVID has accelerated the digitalization. For the future, it will not be COVID, it could be something else, and hopefully not, but it could be something else, so we have to be ready from now. We have seen the last 2, 3, 4 years an acceleration that we have never seen it before in the construction industry, and globally speaking, in the technology industry 4.0. Metaverse, digital twins, asset management, the 7th dimension, the energy optimization, all these kind of things, construction optimization, budget optimization, all of these things rise from the need for accelerating digitalization, caused some part by the COVID.
Well, that flows in nicely to my next question, because our virtual light design community was sort of born out of the pandemic. And it's a new way of communicating and exchanging knowledge. I know you're not a lighting person, and you're not in the lighting industry, but still I've explained to you a little bit how it works. What are your thoughts about this new way of communicating and bringing the industry together?
I would say, I wouldn't really answer it directly the question, but I would say that we definitely need communication between the engineers, designers, different disciplines that we have on the market today. The miscommunication is causing different issues. Blaming, it's not my fault, your fault, his fault. It's causing miscommunication. Well, you started your structural design, your lighting design before the architect has told you, giving you the green light. Also, you have the clashes that appear later on site during the construction. Do you think that the contractor will fix it? He will not do that. He will tell you it's your problem, go fix it yourself. I just constructed it as you gave it to me, and so on. So we need that as much as possible. Now it's a bridge that, thanks to you, you are getting the two words together between the digitalization, digital twin, the smart buildings, and the lighting industry. And I think we need champions like you to be pushing this forward.
But we need you as well, so I probably will invite you to give a talk on our platform. That would be great, because that joining together, that bridging is really important. Now I want to round up with my final question, and maybe also have a bit of an insight in the new world of the metaverse and AI. What drives Jacques Khouri every day to get out of bed and do what he's doing every day? Because if I listen to all the things you've been involved with, I say, whoa, how many things is he doing?
I think you have two things. You have the personality first of all, and second is the love of technology itself. Personality is that since I was a kid, I was breaking toys, just getting from them the electronic things, and then building a Lego and putting these electronic things and getting a new thing from broken toys and things like that, and making them work. This created some kind of a curiosity into what if we can bring this technology from this world and mix it with another technology, what will happen? So this is where you get digital twin for construction, for health, for medicine, for neuron, and etc. Now, what drives me the most is that when we see the benefits that the clients are getting from, and the profits, business value, that they're getting from this kind of technology, you see that it's worth it. Now, when you meet with a client, he would tell you, I don't have any issue. But when you start digging deeper into the questions, what if, you will start finding that they are facing so many challenges, they don't know about that, because this is how they've been taught to do that. And this is where you start teaching them, educating them, and accompanying them into developing the right solutions. The business value will start emerging. And this is where they say, oh, we have saved millions because we have used this solution, but it will not be immediately. Digital twin drawback is that you don't get something immediately. It takes 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. That's something really motivating for me, is that we are not just using the latest technology, we're twisting it, we're going with the flow like you're using it, and then we making good result from it, creating for you business value so that you can sell more, you can be winning more, and you can be benefiting the people, increasing safety and so many things. So we see practicality, not only thesis.
Will there be a place for lighting designers in the metaverse?
It has to be. We will have to find it a place, but definitely it should be there.
I think so too. Mr. Jacques Khouri, thank you so much for this interview.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.